Hey guys, welcome again to the Next Genre Makers. For those of you who are possibly new to the channel or series, this is where I look into games that either started a genre or redefined it in some critical way that aligns it more in tune with what we know of the game style today. And today we have one that pretty much kicked off the craze of the genre itself and gave us one of Nintendo's most iconic mascots, Samus Aran. So if you're a fan of the series or just hearing someone wax poetically about it, or new to the series as a whole and want to know what us old-timers are on about, grab a snack and sit back for a while as I indulge myself a bit and talk about one of my favorite characters and franchises in Metroid. In the 1980s, Nintendo was on the rise in the video game market, having kicked off games like The Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Bros. These games catapulted their new Nintendo Entertainment Console into the spotlight, and in many ways revitalized much of the console industry, at least in the United States. Yes, I'm aware that the market never crashed outside the United States, with a lot of Europe being heavy into PC gaming, and Japan having a solid arcade market, keeping video games heavy in the public view. Regardless of that, Nintendo was still acting in many ways as a pioneer of the industry, setting new standards for game quality and experiences. So it was around this time that R&D 1, as a team, wanted to make something very new in the console space. You see, most games around this time either followed a simple score-based model or a linear progression where you go from stage to stage in a predetermined way. Some games like The Legend of Zelda gave you more agency in the way you approach the game in more of an open-world style, but almost none tried to make the world itself, well, a puzzle. And that's where Metroid came in. Now, Metroid worked on a 2D plane as a side-scrolling adventure. Your main character was basically trying to hunt down the elusive Mother Brain and put an end to the space pirate threat on planet Zebes. It all sounds very sci-fi and cool, but nothing crazy until you get into the game. This was the first game to really feel truly cinematic from the start, at least on Nintendo's console. The atmosphere and feel of the game being influenced heavily by H.R. Geiger and the Alien films that he released earlier. This made a more somber and dark atmosphere to the game. Even the music itself was intended to be more mood-inducing, giving you that sense of being lost in an alien world rather than catchier, upbeat tunes like Super Mario Bros. Or the heroic call to action type tunes in the Legend of Zelda series. This, along with the feeling of being lost in this planet full of these H.R. Geiger-inspired monsters, gave the game almost horror elements to it. Couple this with how weak you feel in the beginning and how ill-equipped your character is, and you wonder how you're ever going to handle this scenario. Now, this is a key thing that made the game work so well in my humble opinion. Take this initial feel to the game and then reward the player with new weapons and abilities as you progress, takes you from feeling weak to feeling almost overpowered in sections of the game. This would also easily open up new avenues of progression. Hidden areas would be found by experimenting with weapons. Doors could be opened that were originally barred to the player, and the world itself seemed to get bigger as the player got stronger. This would lead to a non-linear form of exploration that included a healthy amount of backtracking and deviation from the main goal to get stronger and accomplish your main objective. To some, this was off-putting and annoying. To others, still, it was frustrating how you kept getting reset every game in the series to start the same gameplay loop again. However, enough people got into it that it would spawn up multiple sequels and inspire Castlevania to take the same tack with Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. Didn't see that coming, did you? It's true, though. Before Symphony of the Night solidified the Metroidvania formula by being inspired by Super Metroid, Castlevania 2 was already doing this on the NES with Simon's non-linear adventure to cure himself from the curse of Dracula that was put on him after he defeated him in the first game. It simply wasn't refined enough and often had bad clues left on how to progress, which left the game much maligned by a lot of the fandom. Regardless of how you feel about Metroid, I think it's pretty clear that the alien atmosphere, oppressive music, and non-linear gameplay struck a chord with many a gamer, leading developments just beyond its series into it becoming a genre itself. However, what do you guys think of this one? Do you think I should have talked more about Super Metroid more than this game? Do you like the Metroid series or Metroidvanias at all? What are some of your favorite ones if so? If you don't like them at all, what are some of the reasons why? Let me know in the comments. While you're there, if you don't mind, please leave this video a like. Also, if you see more of my stuff you like, possibly some of the things on the screen, consider following the channel. That actually helps me out a ton. Till we meet again though, thank you so much for watching and making it this far in the video. And until next time, happy gaming.